Good morning. Um, I was gonna just for a few minutes, not very long, rather, or so, discuss the situation with the trains that run through the run through the Muscle Shoals in the Sheffield and Tuscumbia area, and pretty much all over basically all of Colbert County, but really in the Muscle Shoals and downtown downtown Sheffield and Tuscumbia areas. Um, um, of course, I was hearing all different things and seeing a few pictures. After I got off work Saturday, about how either three of the crossings in downtown Sheffield were blocked, basically from South Montgomery Avenue westward towards Southwest 12th Street and East Douglas Street. And then saw a picture about from Tommy Barnes. He told me first about all the three of the crossings were blocked uh, for about an hour or so, and uh, then I saw a picture they had of South Montgomery Avenue being blocked. They mentioned about all four of the crossings being blocked for 2 hours, but I wouldn't notice. I wasn't there when it happened. But what I can tell you this is that there's a number of reasons why they could have had it blocked for 2 hours or more, even though it's a concern for, you know, for not only those that are going to work or getting off work or something like that, but most importantly, our first responders, ambulances and EMTs and police and fire trucks and all them, trying to get to the hospital and all that. You can't do it. Um, but there's a number of reasons why that happens. Now, can I name them all? Maybe, maybe not. But there's a number of reasons why that happens. And and to those that think that um that the Norfolk Southern knows about all the crossings in the city, about which ones they're blocking or so, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to have to disagree on that. So they may not know which crossings they have blocked. The crews on those trains, they may not know which crossings they have blocked. So I'm going to have to disagree on that. And, we can have our disagreements and our agreements. And nothing wrong with that as long as you're not sending me hate mail or anything like that. Um, but there's a number of reasons why it happens. One, they could be meeting up, depending if the train's going to Memphis. If it's going to Memphis and has all four crossings blocked, and if if it's going to Memphis and it's stopped and has all crossings blocked, it could be waiting on multiple trains coming eastbound from Memphis or from the yard or something like that, or anything like that rather. Another reason could be that they could be waiting on the light to change. If all lights are red on their side, on the track they're on, they're probably waiting to get the all clear, waiting on the light to change, and waiting to get the all clear to start up, to start moving again. And another reason could be there might be track work going on. There could be. And if that's the case, they're probably going to wait on that to get done. No matter, depending on how long it's going to take, obviously, or they stage till they get the all clear. And I mean the complete all clear. Um, Other things, if they hit something or if they hit somebody, and hopefully that does not happen. Somebody got hit by a train in Pelham last week. In case you don't know where Pelham is, that's over in Shelby County, uh, not far from not far from Alabaster. It's between Alabaster and Birmingham. Well, it's south of Birmingham, rather. But it's close by. But either way, it's in central Alabama, between Birmingham and Alabaster, or Clarin, or basically between Birmingham and Montgomery. And it's in Shelby County, probably the northern part of Shelby County. But anyway, someone got hit by a train down there. As far as I remember, nobody was injured or killed, which is a blessing. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why the trains end up blocking the crossings for who knows how long. But basically, waiting to get the all clear to continue on. And, you know, basically, they're waiting on multiple trains coming from Memphis or Birmingham or Chattanooga or wherever, or whatever's in the yard. Or the yard could be packed up or congested, meaning there could be a whole bunch of them in the yard that haven't cleared out yet. Excuse me. And um, you know, and it's possible the train could have broke down. It could have stalled out and got stuck. You know, the engines on it could have went down. And if that happens, and if they had to come to a stop, they have to. I mean, there's just a number of reasons why. Now, I may not be able to name every single reason why they do it, but I can tell you most of the reasons why. But all of them, maybe not. But I don't work for them. I watch them go by, and I respect them, and that's what I encourage you to do. And what I mean by respecting them, is whether an overpass is built or not, which, like I said, should have built one a long time ago. It's been talked about for years. There's been a lot of talk about it. It's okay to have a lot of talks about it, but there needs to be more than just talk. There needs to be action taken about it. And the action I'm talking about is not giving them tickets, not rerouting the tracks, but building an overpass or underpass, either both or one. And that's what's been talked about for years. And if they had the money to do it a long time ago, then they should have built one a long time ago. And no, I'm not talking about politics. I'm just saying it like it is. If they had the money to build an overpass in Sheffield and in Muscle Shoals and Tuscumbia, if they had the money to build one a long time ago, they should have already done it. But the time to do it is now. But anyway, what I mean by respecting the trains is when you approach the crossings, whether you're in a hurry or not, you need to come to a complete stop and look both directions and make sure all tracks are all clear. Doesn't matter if it's one track or two tracks, multiple track doesn't matter. And make sure they're all clear. And once you know they're all clear, then you can safely and quickly go on about your business, wherever you're going, school, whatever. And if the crossing is not clear, if there's a train coming, you stay stopped. Do not go around those gates. And when those lights are flashing, they don't mean stop and go. They mean stop, stay stopped. That's what they mean. That means stay put until they quit flashing and act, basically until the crossing is deactivated. Once the lights are quit flashing and once the gates are up. Once they're up and the tracks are clear, then you can go on about your business. It's very simple. Um, if the crossing you're on or at is blocked by a train that's stopped, now this is something I don't discuss very often like I probably should. There is a number on the crossing that you can call to report a problem or an emergency or so with or concerning the railroad. You can call them and let them figure out what's going on and all that. Now, if you're crossing the tracks and your vehicle stalls out, and this is something I don't talk about very often either, like I should. And honestly, it is hard to talk about. It's on a personal note. I had a family member that I didn't quite know because they were gone before I was even born. Um, and this was like in Georgia or so. I don't remember, but they're don't remember what they were doing, but they were at a railroad crossing, and the vehicle they were installed out on the tracks or so. They were trying to get it started and get out of the way or get across, and um, when they when they couldn't get it going, got hit by the train, and the family member was killed. And that was pretty rough. So I don't say this to beat anybody down, beat anybody up or anything. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm giving you very encouraging advice. And if you've made a mistake about it in the past, I mean, this is my advice for you. If you've made that mistake before in the past, try to make sure you try to learn from it, and encourage other people to try your very very best to do the right thing if at all possible. And I think the one that was killed in the train wreck that was part of my family that I didn't quite know as they were long gone before I was born was one of my uh, uh, uncles or so. I don't remember. But it's a personal note. It's when I hear about train wrecks, it's personal. After losing a loved one in a train wreck a long, long time ago before I was even born. So that's why I discuss railroad safety every time. Uh, every time I hear about a train accident, not to beat anybody down, not to, not to, not to, you know, not trying to, not trying to beat anybody up or beat anybody down. Or no, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just encouraging you to try to remember to do the right thing by being safe. We'll check the time right quick. So I'll be going to work in a matter of minutes. All right. Yeah. If the crossing is blocked by a train that's either stopped or parked, whatever. If it's blocked, I mean, if your vehicle gets stalled out, get out of the vehicle call the number or call 9. I guess you can call 911 to let you know if your vehicle's stuck on the tracks, and they'll warn the train dispatcher stop the trains or something like that. I do not remember. That I do not remember. I'll check with one of my railroad buddies, one of my friends that work for the railroad. They can tell me more about it. But we'll see. But um, but if the crossing you're at is blocked, or the train stopped or parked, whatever, don't get out of your vehicle and walk through the parked or stopped train. Just turn around and find another alternate route that either does not cross the railroad tracks or does cross the tracks but is hardly ever blocked. That is very simple. Um, and if you're like me and you like to watch the trains go by, it's okay to do it, but make sure you're doing it safely. What I mean by that is don't get too close to the tracks. Don't be anywhere near railroad property. That looks like railroad property. Don't don't get nearby. Stay far away from the tracks as possible. But you never know what's on that train that could come off of it and you can get injured or killed. And you do not want that to happen. Seriously. It's okay to watch them, just don't get too close. Don't be on railroad property. And it is against the law to be on railroad property also. So that's just something to keep in mind, to be mindful of. We'll check the time one more again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now. I'll do another video sometime after I get off work today, discussing the same thing. And if you're going to school or work, be careful. I did hear something about there might have been fog. I didn't see any fog out there, but there could be. If there is, take your time. Don't get in too big of a hurry, and just just take it easy going to work or school or wherever you're going this morning. I don't want to hear of any wrecks at all today. Of course, there probably will be, but you know, I want everybody to be safe. All right, that's all I have for this morning. I'll do another video later on today. Have a good day and be safe. I love every one of you. Be safe out there and have a good day. And I hope to see you at McDonald's.